newspaper Variety recalled its famous 1929 headline this week. They said, Wall Street lays an egg, the sequel. You were around in 1929, although you weren't as active as you are today. What's the comparison?
The panic this time was much greater, much larger. But at that time, the stock market would have recovered within a year, except that the panic spread into general business conditions. And that I do not expect this time. Things are so different. At that time, there was no unemployment insurance. There was no guarantee of bank deposits. There was no Social Security, and many other factors. So that this time, I think this is simply a stock market, a bear market in the stock market, and will be reflected in little, if any, decline in general business. I would be very surprised if there is any decrease at all in the amount of dividends paid out. I'd be very surprised if there was any decrease in the book values of corporations. I'd also be surprised if there was even a decrease in the sales volume of corporations.
You have always taught that the successful investor looks for bargains. You must have some bigger bargains than a few days ago, do you not?
Yes, indeed, Louis. You might say that we're being offered a great opportunity.
What's your advice to people in terms of the stock market now?
Patience, be a long-term investor, be prepared financially and psychologically to live through a series of bull markets and bear markets, because in the long run, common stocks will pay off enormously. The next bull market will carry prices far higher than this one.
Why?
Because the whole nation is growing more rapidly. Gross national product of the nation will double in at least the next 10 years. We think the gross national product of the nation 40 years from now will be 64 times as high as it is now. And that will be reflected in sales volume and profits and share prices. So that from a long-term investment standpoint, it's a question of when should you put your money into stocks. We can't give you the exact day, but sometime the bull market will start again and you want to be in on it.